Morning, folks. Alright, for today's video I'll be making a review over the Tuttle Learning Chinese Characters course. This is a course for beginners, and as you can see it says HSK level A, and I believe that is the first level proficiency test that beginners will take. Alright, so I was going through this book and I thought it was very interesting. I took a different approach when it came to learning characters. But this particular approach reminded me of the HEIZIG'S method. Many of you are familiar with that method. Basically, it's a way of remembering the characters easily. So let's go through the Chinese characters here and see what they have to offer. So I'm going to start with, let's see, what is this? Alright, I found this information to be interesting and very informative. So, as you can see, they use a picture. They use pictures to help you retain the characters. So let me go through some of this stuff for you. Focus this in a little bit. Alright, so as you can see here, we have not. And this is the character for not in Chinese. Oh no, that's not where I want. Is that where I want to start? No, that's not where I wanted to start. Hold on. Okay, this is where I wanted to start. So basically they use stories to help you to remember the characters. So here's an example, cup. Alright, this is the character for cup in Chinese. And as you can see, there are two characters here. The first character is tree, and the second character is not. You put them together, and it'll become cup. And what they've done here was they made this is a picture here, and you have a couple people here. One person says, "Not the tree with the cup." And then they explain here, "I said, not the tree with the cup tied to it," cried the horrified lumberjack to his apprentice. And then here they just go into some more details. Again, look at the scene. A lumberjack and his apprentice are in the forest, and the apprentice is about to attack a particular tree when he is stopped in the nick of time by the lumberjack. Why is the lumberjack horrified? What is the cup for? Well, we shall see shortly. Again, it is only the meaning you need to remember. Don't try to remember the whole story verbatim. Use the story as a bridge to get you to the meaning. We also stress. Oops. We should also stress that this story is simply an aid to remembering that this character here, Bei, means cup. The story does not represent the historical reason why Bei has come to mean cup. The stories are simply our way of helping you familiarize yourself with the characters and to remember them in a simple and effective way. Often the stories will be humorous, a bit strange or bizarre, or may even seem silly, but that is just what's needed to make them stick in your memory. If you really picture the scene in your mind's eye, that is all the work you need to do, and the story will stick. Brute force repetition is not needed. Test it out. Can you remember? And they give you some examples here. So I think it's a really good strategy. The only thing, I feel that it will take you some time. It will take a little time to build up the characters, but you know, it will definitely help you to remember the characters, these stories. You get a better picture in your mind how to you know, how to remember them. So learning the pronunciation of characters, information there is to help you remember the pronunciations of characters. We extend the stories. The composite characters already have a story, so we'll start with them. Okay, pronunciations of composite characters. So they have some other stuff here. Machine, G, this is machine. Cup, Bei, which we just did. And here's another picture. It says, "It took several trees to provide enough wood to make the parts for the huge machine. When it was finished, they had to get the giant to bring his jeep to deliver it." You see that? So they give you the tree, they give you the picture here, and they explain at the bottom. I'm going to go down here in a minute. So And then the cup again. I said, not the tree with the cup tied to it, cried the horrific lumberjack to his apprentice. The giant collects the sap from that one to cook his bacon in. Okay, and then going down here, what is it? Notice that we have extended the story pictures as well as extending the story. So sound words, I'm here. Sound words, we call Jeep and bacon sound words. Okay, and as you've noticed, Jeep, it sounds like G, which means machine. That's what they're talking about. Bacon is close to bay, which means cup. So they indicate the approximate pronunciations of the characters. The character G is pronounced somewhat like the G in Jeep, and the character bay is pronounced like the BA in bacon. Now, there are several points to note immediately about sound words. And it is the first syllable only, okay, of the sound word which corresponds to the Chinese syllable. In fact, we only go as far as the first vowel sound, unless it is followed by an N or NG sound. It is the sound of English sound word which is important, not its English spelling. The sound is only approximate. The sound word Jeep reminds us of the Chinese syllable G, and not for example Tang or Bei. It does not mean that the Chinese syllable G is pronounced exactly like the G in Jeep. So they're just basically helping you to remember the sound of that particular character. Alright, sound words, Chinese syllables. So I'm just going to go ahead and, I'll show you some more pictures here. Some more interesting pictures. This one here, coal, it means mouth. A large wheel stands across the mouth of the cold. Dark cave, but Teddy simply puts on his duffel coat and hops between the spokes to get inside. So they use keywords to help you remember. You see, coal, it means mouth. They use the words here. Let's see, the cold. See, the mouth of the cold. See, the mouth because it means mouth, and the cold, dark cave to help you remember the sound. Teddy puts on his duffel coat and hops between the spokes to get inside. So yeah, that's very a clever way of helping you to remember the characters. And then here's a picture of a Jeep. Several. G is several. There are several wheels to deliver. See, several wheels, and on a Jeep, G and several wheels to help you remember. Offers to load them onto his Jeep. See him careering off down the road, scattering wheels in all directions every time he hits a bump. You will see that G is pronounced G, just like G. You will see that G is pronounced as G, just like the G, the machine. But this time it is Teddy in the Jeep, not the giant, so that we know that several is pronounced G with the third tone, not G with the first tone. Since wheel stories are about pronunciations, they are printed in italics. So yeah, they help you to remember the tone as well. So yeah, it's very good. It's very good. Like I said, everyone's different. You may not like this approach, but hey, give it a try and see how you like it. Now I want to go to chapter 1 and just give you an idea what to expect. So getting started, they use pictures again. Also 10 person, power, woman, sun. And then you will see this is how it will look. You have the character here, then they give you a box to practice writing. Like they give you the stroke order and everything. And here's the story. One of the huge wheels of the truck was stuck fast in the thick mud, and the unicorn had blunted his horn trying to shift it. They called in the giant, who took one look at it and said, "This will be easy." So that's what to expect throughout the book. They give you a story, they give you a picture, and they give you a box to practice the character. So that is it. That is the review of the Tuttle Chinese Character course. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for viewing.